I am often referred to as the passport girl of the Bitcoin industry and the Bitcoin girl of the citizenship by investment industry. So when El Salvador, the Bitcoin country, launched their citizenship by investment program, I was obviously pretty excited. Now that it's been a full year since the program has been around, we can start to see the niche gap this program has been filling. The immediate reaction of the investment migration community was, why is it so expensive? It is 4 times the price of the Caribbean programs. Well, El Salvador is not trying to become just one of the many CBI programs out there. They really want to see people who are interested in contributing to the new El Salvador and supporting the values and the mission of the current government. As the country has undergone massive changes since President Nayib Bukele took the wheel, El Salvador is striving to keep the momentum, and this program was not created to slow it down. So, like I said, this is not one of other available CBI options. Rather, it's one of a kind. Over the last few years, El Salvador truly took some significant steps, some significant reforms. Look at the crime. The current Salvador government has had the highest crime clearance rate than ever before in the history of the country. El Salvador has become the safest country in the Western Hemisphere, with 2024 being their safest year yet. Now we look at the tourism. El Salvador just continues to grow. They broke all their tourism records. San Salvador Airport received 5 million people, 3.5 of them were foreign travelers. And that is for a 6 million people country. So what I'm saying is El Salvador is working hard to make itself a country that its citizens are very proud to be a part of and happy to call home. In the economic sector, country's Bitcoin adoption and how they chose to make it legal tender, and also just buying Bitcoin every day, this is definitely not something you can see in any other countries that do or do not offer citizenship by investment programs. But let's get back into the actual comparison game between El Salvador's citizenship by investment program and what the market has to offer. The 2 biggest competitive advantages of the Freedom Visa is the timeline and the ability to pay in Bitcoin. But I want to break these down so you can understand these points better. The mixture of El Salvador's streamlined due diligence and the actual live communication with the Citizenship by Investment Unit, which none other jurisdictions can offer, this just can't be matched by any other citizenship by investment program in the world. Currently, there are other programs like Nauru and Vanuatu that are on the quicker side, but even their application review takes weeks. But for El Salvador, sometimes we'll get feedback on our additional requests or additional documents in a matter of 24 hours. This is unseen. Additionally, El Salvador program is groundbreaking with the ability to use Bitcoin as proof of funds, source of funds, and payment. We have to try really hard to offer these things for our clients in other jurisdictions. But with El Salvador, it's Bitcoin native jurisdictions. So they just offer all 3 of them on the level of the program. Okay, let's go over the facts. Who can apply? Main applicant can include his or her spouse and children under 18 years old. Estimated processing time, 30 to 90 days. Price, $1 million, and this includes the due diligence fees as well. So you pay $1,000 at the beginning to submit your application and the retaining after approval. Visitation requirements, none. Visa free on visa on arrival, 136 countries, including the whole Schengen area, Japan, Mexico. How will you actually receive the passport? The final step of the process must be done in person in the consulate of your choice. Either it's in El Salvador or the closest consulate you have to you. What is the necessary paperwork? In this regard, El Salvador is pretty similar, pretty close to CBI programs. So you'll need to provide passport, driver license, utility bill for the main applicant, police clearance certificate from all the countries of citizenship, as well as all the countries where you resided in the last 10 years, picture according to the requirements, and of course proof of funds and source of funds. The last one is what makes citizenship by investment process tricky in some other jurisdiction, but when it comes to Freedom Visa, it is all taken care of because terms such as self-custody and block explorer don't scare El Salvador. Come on, the country buys 1 Bitcoin every day for its strategic Bitcoin reserves. They got it. So all these reasons are why the El Salvador CBI, aka Freedom Visa, has been steadily receiving interest and issuing passports to successful applicants. So if you're interested in this program, you know where to find us. Go to planbpassport.com. You can request any information on there or simply email us at katie@planbpassport.com. I hope you find this video useful. Thank you.